in music my whole life, and I just don't have that urge personally. So now you're starting to put video clips to all your songs. It's
Yeah,
I was telling you the other day that you could share your own song on Facebook now, and no one gives a flying shit.
I think I realise and accept that. I think that being an artist it's not a fun thing. You know what I mean? You get really shitty and dysfunctional if you're not making art. I think I have to do, and that's just a thing that people might not understand. I have to express that part of myself, and if I don't, I malfunction. You know, and I just try and do things in my life to self-medicate that. You know, like I go off and I become a real estate agent because I'm trying to deny that artistic part of myself. I actually did that and walked the streets, knocking doors and doing phone calls 10 times a day and getting told to piss off like crazy all the time, and doing something that sales as an artist, it's apprehensive. You know, it's reprehensive to do these things. It's an insult to your integrity or your or what you want to achieve out of your life is getting involved in sales. But I did it as a challenge because I know artistically I'm what you might call a changeling. I'm somebody that would change music. What I do, I'll do all kinds of music, then I'll move into something else, drawing, then I'll do writing, then I'll do film. I can't help that, how I express it, but it has to be expressed. And one time for the last couple of years, I just tried to express that by pushing it into sales, which is a science and an art form. And it consumed me so much that everything else suffered. And then you're just drinking and being basically
you end up hanging around people who are made for sales.
Yeah.
That don't have necessarily have the creative thing, and you go, yeah, this is me too,
yeah,
I'm this, and now you're like, oh,
and a couple of people, maybe the 2 people or the 3 people that have shown what I've done, have been like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know? And that makes me just completely dislocate from them. I don't want to know them anymore. If I'm doing something artistic and creative and you're like, this is fucked, then I'm like, that's fine. I don't expect you to dig it, but at least go, oh, there's somebody doing something.
But yet at the same time, I crave being like that. I keep thinking, man, I'm always doing something. Don't you wish you were that guy that just worked, watched the footy, then who knows what he did all week? He just did the gardening at home, and that was it. You could say music to him, you could say all these things, and just like, ugh.
I've had an unbelievable life. I've been in about 11, 12 different schools. I've had about 60 or 70 jobs. I've travelled around the place. I've been married and divorced and in and out of relationships, and I've had, just an enjoyable adventure is what I've had, and I will continue to have. And some people, I just cannot believe the monotony of what they do. You know, to me, it would feel like you were that guy in Deer Hunter, the guy in the cage. You know, I couldn't live it.
With one chance at life,
you got one chance at life. So why do you want to go and do something where you sit in the same job for 50 years?
Yeah,
fucking hell.
But almost in their defence right now, I'm thinking I probably won't be the guy that goes and volunteers at Clean Up Australia Day, even though I really care about it.
Yeah,
I'm always messing around with crap that I'm never
you're in your own
bored enough to go, I feel like I'm going to go and help out this charity or do this run or,
Yeah, I've done a few things, volunteered here and there, but it's not like I make it an everyday part of my life, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's come up and I've gone, okay, I'll do it. I'll go there and spend a day there. I think the last thing we did was Father's Day about a year ago. Volunteered a day.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I did it. I think you were on holiday, but I did a day of lifting hay bales and things like that, just to get it ready. And then from 8 months afterwards, I had hives and bites all over my forearms.
Right.
I was like, God damn it! But anyway, and anyway, just talking about music and art, that's what I do. And I tried to recreate myself as a salesperson, and had varied success at it, and got right the way through up to becoming a real estate agent where you're selling houses for $1 million.
And see, go. I was just about to. I realised I didn't finish my point. Now you're making videos to these songs.
Yeah.
You can sell the package to more people because in this day and age, it's very easy to just click on the video and go, "Oh yeah, I see where this dude's coming from, and I will align myself to that brand because it's got the colours and shapes."
There's two things at play there, mate. One of them is that I'm learning video editing software. That's a medium I want to get into. I'm doing music, I do writing, I do drawing, I've done all kinds of things. And video is something I want to teach myself. I've done a lot of home recording of music. With that gives me a chance to put the Greasy Belcher stuff out there. I've recorded music for 20 years. I've written for 30 years, like poems, and the overriding theme, and you'll know all about this from me, the overriding theme of everything I've ever done is walking away from it and dumping it and deleting it and throwing it in the bin. And I've done that with bands, I've done that with drawers full of poems, I've done that with stories, and I've done that with songs. And I think it's something that I'm now going to work on. I'm now going to go, okay, well, look, the stuff that I haven't thrown out, if I put that together, I not only teach myself how to do this video stuff and explore it and have a lot of fun doing it, I actually get to put stuff on YouTube and say, no, this is me, and I'm not hiding it anymore. So we've got a lot of songs here. I thought I was being mean when I nutted it down to 50 tracks, and then I thought, fuck no, we haven't got time for that, and I got it down to 32, which is just different bits of music I've recorded with different bands, solo stuff at home, stuff in studios. I just want to, just tell you a little bit about that, because I'm going to be putting this on YouTube at some stage.
Play me the earliest one.
All right, so I'll give you a little intro if we run through a few of these. This is at the age of about 14, 15, I started writing poetry and stuff like that, and then threw lots of it out, but then came to Australia and got guitar lessons off a guy named Pete Dyball, who is now the sound guy for Casey Chambers, and he has a recording studio called Valley Sounds in Coffs Harbour. He's a seriously brilliant guitar player. His two sons, he's taught them how to play guitars. They're brilliant, and they're called the Boyzos down in Coffs. Pete's got Valley Sounds, and he gave me lessons when I was living in Clove Valley as a backpacker 20 years ago. And one of the first things I made up was just this very, very, very simple, just 3 notes alternating with another 3 notes in a loop. I'm doing that, and Pete starts playing guitar solos all over it. And he's got the little studio set up down there, and we did it. And I ended up doing about 6 or 7 songs with him, so I'll play you maybe 10 seconds of this one and see if we can hear it. All right, cheers. So listen to this guitar playing. So that's all right. We won't go into that all day. But that's a mate of mine, Pete, playing guitar. I'm reading a poem over the top of that. It's a bit of fun. Do you want me to do another one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, this is an instrumental track. This is one I recorded with Lamar Louder about a year later, and I'm playing around on this myself. So this is it's just called Instrumental Number 1. It's the first bit of instrumental I recorded. Anyway, there's loads of that. There's just me playing around soloing over the top of it. So that's the kind of stuff I first got into. And just basic stuff on a guitar, having a bit of fun, in studios, meeting really good people. Lamar Louder, he's somebody we've got to talk about.
Oh yeah.
We feel like we're still on the tech show, don't we?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel really weird. Go. I don't know. I need to relax a bit.
You do need to relax.
Well, see, it's not normally like this.
It's 45 minutes of pulling leads in and out and going, why?
You want to, my show. It's all just. It comes from a different angle, so it's easier for me to just ask questions.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with a list of 30 bits of music.
Yeah,
and it's like, this feels structured somehow.
Yeah. Well, see, my thing, I've got 50 songs too.
Yeah, I need to interview you on that.
Yeah, but my big problem is the reason I stop doing that all the time is like, for me, I just this constant feeling it's a waste of my own personal time because I need the branding and the package, the stuff that you're getting into with that.
Yeah, with
how long it takes to do, and then I guess I've been in bands where we're trying to make it at the perfect time, and it just went away, and you're like, well, damn.
Yeah.
I should think, Magic Dirt, remember, big, back in the 90s, there were a lot of big touring bands in the peak of their lives, be it the Meanies or something like these bands that were getting around.
You look at where it's going and say, well,
all the time.
Why am I putting all my old stuff out there and saying this is where it's going? No, I don't think, look, I'm not doing this because I think it's going somewhere. No. I'm putting my stuff on YouTube because I look at it and I go, you know what? I'm proud of the diversity of what I've done, and I'm glad that it's been my own little trip. Like Jim Morrison from The Doors, when somebody said, if you came back and did it again, what? And he said, mate, I'd just be in a shed doing my own little thing. He said, I would make a little universe and I wouldn't give a shit about showing it to anybody. And I felt like that. I read that years after I'd started doing stuff and went, fuck yeah, that's what you want to do. You, as I said, I have no desire to make it. That's ridiculous. What the hell? I just have a desire to say I'm creating stuff and I'm doing it for my own amusement, and that's what I've done. And I've walked away from things, as I said earlier on, many times when it started to look like it was going somewhere. Yep. Which is you've probably done the same. It's.
I think it's because my old man is a success in business.
Yeah.
There's a clear point, and when someone close to you is doing something so dominant.
Yeah.
Just say I was to love hockey. I'd have the same thing. Well, I love it. There's no doubt, I love it. There is no doubt. But I know it's, will never buy me a jet ski.
Yeah, but wouldn't you do it if you just loved it, though? Wouldn't you just do it if you loved it?
Yeah. But, yeah. Okay, what I'm really bringing up is that sometimes I jam in another band, the Distractables, with a great bloke, and he's got a whole bunch of his songs. He's on the guitar too, so I just play bass in that band. Every time we jam, my natural thing is let's just play a bunch of party classics.
Yeah.
So people dance to them, chicks dance to them, just like the Titanic's, the one I sing in.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting out is a clear end goal. This gets us money. This gets us girls dancing. But he goes, I'll show you one of my own songs.
Yeah.
And inside I groan. I go, they're great. By the way, they're probably the greatest songs you've ever heard. In my genre too, they're like Sonic Youth, rock songs. Like, I love it. Really talented dude.
What makes you say that then? Like, what makes you
It feels like a waste of time. It's got no end goal in this day and age. And at the same time, I get a bug up my ass. I go, well, I've got 50 songs. I'm not pushing on people as well.
Well, that's what I mean. You've got to resist that thing that we talked about earlier on, which is destroying culture. Yeah. So you are part of the culture, whether you know it or not. And the job of any artist is to inspire others. So you should put whatever you've done down in a concise way and say, hey, if anybody really gives a fuck because you've enjoyed other shit that I've done, then enjoy this. This is where it is. And that's why I do it, I think, because a lot of the times, that's why I'm doing it now, putting it on YouTube, as I said, because even tonight, right, I was going through a list and trying to get a list together, and then I just thought, fuck, there's that album I put up on SoundCloud, which isn't even an album, it's just a bunch of weird home shit that I recorded.
Fucking A-sides.
That's so Greasy Belcher album. So fucking A. Fucking A-sides.
See,
That's going to be
you've
the
got
name
a
of the Greasy
great
Belcher album.
because you've hid on social media in all different names. No one even knows your real name.
That's what I'm...
It's a great